Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
Apple is done playing defense in the AI war, and they're about to flood your entire life with 6 brand new hardware categories. From robotic butlers to AI pendants, the walled garden is officially turning into a fortress. So Apple's 6-front hardware blitz is coming out. Mark Gurman reveals that Apple is developing 6 new categories, including AI glasses, a tabletop robot, a home security to launch between 2026 and 2028. Most of these rely on the iPhone as the brain, deepening user lock-in. This is Apple's most aggressive expansion in decades, moving them from a pocket and desk company to every room and every outfit company. What do you think about this, John?
Yeah, so I'm questioning whether or not this is Tim Cook or if this is John Turnus, the guy who's taking over as CEO in September. And I also am thinking, is the MacBook Neo the John Turnus as well, who's the incoming CEO as of, I think it's September 1st. So I'd be curious to get your insights on that. So
I got insights on that right now, both.
Okay, go ahead.
Both. John Turnus is a product guy, right? So he's a hardware guy. He's been involved in hardware. He's been involved probably in most of these projects.
Yeah.
However, just like when Steve Jobs left, we didn't really see Tim Cook's impact on the hardware till 5 or 6 years on. We're not going to see that this time because he's pretty much been the head of hardware development. I can't remember what his title was, but he's been involved in the making of most of this all along. So
he was senior vice president of hardware engineering.
There you go. So that just tells you he's been involved in most, if not all, of these products and all of the hardware situations. So he'll have his signature all over this stuff much faster than Tim Cook did, just as a result of that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so let's dive into this. I think these AI-enhanced AirPods are just BS. So smart glasses, yes. Samsung's coming out with smart glasses too, by the way. They should be coming out in the next couple months. The wearable pendant we've seen, I don't think we've covered. The smart home display, obviously the part of their smart home all integration, especially because they're coming out with a smart security camera and this tabletop robot. The one that intrigues me the most is this tabletop robot. The rest are just just to me it's nothing that's just, oh my god, they're innovating like they used to. That's my opinion. What are your thoughts on the new devices that they're potentially coming out with?
So just quickly go through them so our listeners know what we're talking about. The AI AirPods Smarter Hearing will lean heavily on Siri on-device and on-device AI processing, designed to work as a companion to the iPhone for AI-powered features. So now you can just say, hey, Siri, and do all sorts of more stuff to it, I guess, built in your AI. But we know Siri is just crappy at all this stuff. But expect to include upgraded health and hearing sensors because we've seen those patents and that stuff testing. And part of a broader trio of AI wearers alongside glasses and pendants. And we're going to talk about that. So that's the AI integration with your earbuds. So now you'll be able to talk to AI directly without, looking at a screen, I guess. You could just talk to it. The smart glasses, or the N50 projects, is Apple's entry into smart glasses, internally codenamed N50, is one of the most anticipated products. Design resembles Meta Ray-Bans in form factor, includes high-resolution cameras for photo and video, built-in speakers and microphone, relies paired iPhone and Siri for AI processing, and it's not to be confused with AI Vision Pro. These are lightweight, everyday glasses. They're supposed to be unveiled late this year or early 2027 for mass production starting in December and shipping to customers in 2027. The AI pendant, Apple's wearable wildcard. So this is the most mysterious product on the list. Gurman first reported a device in early or 2026. It positioned as an alternative AI wearable for people who don't want glasses or earbuds but still want hands-free AI access. So it's worn around the neck like a pendant or necklace, functions as an AI interface connected to Siri phone, part of the same wearable family as glasses and AirPods. Not confirmed is display, likely audio or touch based. So we'll have to see how that goes. The idea here is that Apple's building multi-entry points in their AI-assisted life, and they'll lock you in there. And then the HomePad Smart Display. So it's like the HomePod getting an upgrade. So now the personal assistant's got a big screen on it. It's a 7-inch touchscreen display, functions as Siri and a HomeKit command center. Was referenced directly in the iOS 26 code leak, so we're expecting this to launch fall this year, enhance the broader Apple ecosystem. And like you said, the Apple tabletop robot is probably the most ambitious and probably the most highly anticipated thing. Internally called Project J595, it's unlike anything else in the history. It's a motorized rotating base, carries an iPad-like 7-inch display mounted on a thin robotic arm. The arm and screen rotate to track users as they move around the room, includes a FaceTime camera, and the estimated price is about $1,000 US. So I guess this is Apple's answer to Amazon's Astro and a direct play for AI home assistant market. The rotating screen that follows you around the room makes FaceTime calls, Siri interaction, and home automation feel more personal. We'll see. If it's just a rotating iPad screen, is it really that exciting? You're on mute, John.
Sorry. I think where they're going with this stuff is away from having to use a phone. So with the pendant and the AI earbuds, you can interface with AI without having to bring out your phone. You can take pictures. You can do all that sort of stuff with the pendant without having to take your phone out. So maybe that's where they're going. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, you can record your conversations, like say the Plod Pin and a bunch of other tools that are out there, your location, your context, your calendar, where you are. And then, with all of that, be able to use AI to have way more contextual awareness around your life with all of these things as you put them all together. And it feeds into an AI that knows you. This becomes Apple's personal AI assistant in their garden, right? And let's not forget the Apple security camera, which they're going to try and take on Ring, I guess, and Nest. It was referenced in the iOS 26 leak code, and so we're expecting it late this year.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't come out with a camera sooner, but it makes sense.
So this is great. Think of this update like Apple building a physical nervous system for your life. The iPhone has been the brain in your pocket for years, but now they're giving it eyes in your glasses, ears in your pendant, and even a body with a robotic arm on your kitchen counter. It's no longer just a phone. It's a lifestyle operating system. So some of these are rolling out the fall, the HomePad and the AirPods, security cameras, and some of these are rolling out next year. So the tabletop robots actuators likely use high precision, silent, brushless DC direct current motors. Tech Apple refined for the Vision Pro's interpulmonary distance adjustment. So by entering the security camera market, Apple is weaponizing its privacy-first marketing to directly attack Amazon, Ring, and Google, which face public scrutiny over their data access. They give it out to law enforcement or whoever. And the AI pendant category is an industry Hail Mary response to the failure of standalone AI pins. So Apple's betting that by making an accessory to the iPhone rather than a replacement, they can succeed where others have crashed.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
So here's my one question before I go on to this. None of this has referenced Johnny Ive in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going off and they were going to do something, and we were told specifically, again, with OpenAI, that it wasn't going to be a wearable. So with Apple producing this stuff, and this was the hardware kind of in their pipeline for a while, understanding that. So Johnny Ive would probably be aware of what's going on here at a most level. What do you think OpenAI and Johnny Ive are building hardware-wise?
A phone.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't a wearable, and they're coming out with the phone. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. I thought it was going to be something else. So, it makes sense. Maybe they're going to be farther along the way with the phone than I thought. So Apple is no longer just making devices. They're building a 24/7 AI shadow that follows you from your bed to your car to your office. The only question is really, are they going to have the AI to keep up with their hardware or not? Would you actually let a $1,000 AI robot follow you around your kitchen, or is moving a screen one step farther into uncanny value, having a camera follow you around the room? Let us know in the chat.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched, and we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca, where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community and do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts, where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go, and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is Shred Time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too if you've got a startup, if you've got a company. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and if they have company questions about their startup in general. Where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn, and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.